WOCA.
Ocala.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. Will treat you right.
You know, that's probably the most important part. They will treat you right, and that means they know what they're doing, and that means they'll charge you a fair price, and you will be a happy camper and a happy driver, and that is where I go with my car. That's where I bought the car I currently drive, which is a Buick Rendezvous, which I took on a 1,000-mile
Test drive.
Test drive, thank you. Matt Gibbs is here. You just heard him. He is the owner of Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales, and this is a good time for you to call in with any car questions. Good morning, Matt.
Morning, Larry.
How is your car running?
Oh, my car?
Oh, is it one of those situations where the mechanic doesn't have a good car?
No, my car is actually riding fine.
You look like it's not really completely.
I'm ashamed because I need to service it. It's time for a service. I'm like 400 miles over the service, but my life's been crazy the last week and a half.
Oh, I know it has. And did Philip tell you that I asked him? Remember, you suggested that I smell my transmission fluid?
Yeah.
Okay, I did. I had no idea what I was supposed to smell.
Well, if it didn't smell burnt, and
Yeah, but to me, I don't know. So I brought it to you, and Philip was there.
does Philip smell it?
Yeah.
And he said
He said it was fine.
there you go.
But see, now I only go 4 miles every trip, so it doesn't. It's fine. I don't feel anything different.
Good.
So.
That's a good
So
thing.
as long as I don't go any more than 4 miles.
You can go wherever you want to.
Oh, I know. I'm just teasing. But anyway, that's an interesting skill. Oh, and then he kind of chastised me because I didn't even know how to read the dipstick on the transmission fluid. I honestly didn't know. And he said, well, if you read the dipstick, it'll tell you. And I said, well, I didn't know there was writing on the dipstick.
There's cold and hot.
I didn't know. Yeah, but there's a lot of writing on it. So you have to keep it running. It's got to be running when you check it.
Yeah.
Everybody who drives cars is saying, come on, Larry, don't tell me you didn't know that. Okay, I'm an idiot. I didn't know that.
No, yeah, it needs to be running.
Okay.
It needs to be running.
Needs to be running. But not the oil. When you check the oil, that's
Oh, now that we want it to shut off.
shut off and cool, right? Preferably?
Yes.
Or at least
yeah.
stop for a
or
little
at
while?
least for 5 minutes. Just for 5 minutes off. It gives all the oil a chance to go back down.
So then the question comes up. You said servicing your car.
Mm-hmm.
When I bring my car to you for the next oil change, should I also say, can you change all the fluids, or should I, or like the water and the whatever you call it, the coolant, the transmission fluid? Should I ask you to change everything?
Well, if you'd like to, we would. You should. Somewhere down the line, we should change.
Because
the
you should
fluids.
change it at least once a year. The transmission fluid.
No, the transmission fluid, we kind of look at mileage. I like to do it because of the transmission fluid that we use now, we get to go a lot longer than what we used to. So I would say between, about every, if you've never done it before,
Right.
do it at 50,000 miles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I wonder if I've gone 50 since I got.
I don't know. I could find out.
Probably not.
But-
I don't go that far.
But if you don't know if it was done at 50, then you should go ahead and do it.
But you sold it to me, so it was probably done.
It was checked. It was checked. It was clean. It was, you know what I'm saying? I got to be real careful when we're prepping a car, preparing a car to go on the lot. Okay, and this is my train of thought. I may be way off the beaten path here, but this is my thinking. My thinking is, when I go and buy cars, when I go to auctions and go to different places and buy cars and stuff like that, I bring an array of things with me. I bring rags and scanners and jump boxes, and I bring a bunch of stuff with me so that I even have a toolbox in my car I keep with me. And so I kind of go over the car as much as I can before I bid on or try to buy the car. And so if if I get it, if I'm out there and I'm looking at buying this car, and let's say I pull the dipstick, and I smell like it's burnt a little bit or whatever,
right,
then I'll drive that car to make sure everything's shifting right.
Feels good. Yeah.
Feels good. I'll check it. I'll take my scanner, plug into the computer, make sure I don't have any transmission codes. If I have a certain transmission codes, I'm done. I just leave that car, go to the next one I'm looking at. So a lot of times, so if I do buy the car and we bring it over to the shop, okay, now we're going to service it. We do what we call a PDI. It's a pre-delivery inspection. It's something I've formulated myself, and it's something that my guys do to every car. And we do it for other dealers here in town. There's other dealers that send me cars, and we actually do the same service to their cars. But along with myself and them, the other dealers, I don't know. I just bought this car. I don't know what's been serviced, what's not been serviced. Right. So we have to use some basic fundamentals: smell, touch, feel. If the transmission fluid's nice and clean, it's not burnt, I typically won't service it. I won't service it unless there's an issue. If the pan gasket's leaking or something like that, then yeah, we got to fix that. So we'll go ahead and service it at that point. So on your car, I'd have to look up the history and see if it was serviced. If it wasn't serviced, I would service it.
It will be soon. I'll just have you do it.
Okay.
It makes sense to just have a day or a week or however long it takes you.
It won't take a week.
Do you know what I wanted to ask you this, though? All right, I've never added fluid. If you need to add fluid to your transmission, does that mean it's leaking?
More than likely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like with oil, it actually burns off, right?
Right. The oil will actually get used along with leaking.
Right.
So you definitely always want to check the level in your oil.
Do you ever walk through a parking lot, like the mall parking lot, when there's hardly any cars there? It seems like every parking space has had a car that has leaked.
Yeah.
There's oil in every single spot.
Yep. And I mean, they have come a long ways from cars leaking, from the different types of gasket material, the way that they make covers, valve covers, timing covers, oil pans, and the different gasket material that they use. A lot of them have reusable gaskets and stuff like that now. But it's, what a task it is to make these things not leak. For me, as a technician, it's incredible that like, for instance, years ago, back all the way up into the 80s, the rear main seal was a two-piece seal. Now it's a one-piece seal. And how even the technology and the way that they assemble the engines has changed so dramatically over the last 20 years in the different materials that they use. But back in the day, oil leaks were just common. I mean, everybody complained about oil leaks. But people didn't understand that, there's so many parts on this thing that oil is going through, or water, coolant. It's insane that something that massive
and it doesn't leak. That's a good point. Yeah,
and there are things that seep, and you want seepage a little bit. You want a little bit of oil seeping and keeping those seals lubricated and soft, and so that they can keep it from leaking. And there's a huge difference between seepage and leakage.
Okay. Seepage is good.
Seepage is
leakage is no good.
No good.
So I have the car that I had, that I replaced with the car that I have, had a leak, you might remember. And so I've got a stain in my driveway. And I read or saw a video, something that Coca-Cola gets rid of it. Is that true?
I don't know. Can you try it and let me know?
Okay.
I got a big giant stain in my shop.
Have you ever tried to get rid of it?
Pressure wash it, and
it doesn't really do it, huh?
It makes it better,
All right, I will test Coca-Cola.
Test Coca-Cola and let me know how that works.
Are you kidding me?
I'd have to buy it by the keg or something.
It'd be sticky afterwards. You have to really wash it down afterwards.
Yeah, you'd have to wash it down when you get done.
The phone line is open if you want to call. Matt is here to answer your car questions. The number is 622-9622, and we'll take a break rather than waiting 30 seconds. Oh, no, it's starting right now. Okay. So we'll be right back with Matt. And by the way, if you want to see Matt in person, which is probably what you would need to do if you need your car fixed, go check out Sunrise Automotive at 1800 Northwest 10th Street. That's also the location of Crossroad Auto Sales. But there is another location for Crossroad Auto Sales. And where's the other one?
At 3701 South Pine Avenue.
There it is. I see it on my list. Robin keeps everything ready for me right here. All right, we'll be right back. The number again, 622-9622. We'll be right back with Matt.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Tuesday, a sunny day with a high of 70 to 74. It'll be clear and seasonably cool Tuesday night with lows in the 40s. Wednesday, a mostly sunny, nice day with a warmer afternoon, the high 75 to 79. And for Thursday, times of clouds and sun and breezy. There may be an afternoon shower in spots, high 76 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Greetings, good citizens. Join me, Queen Eleanor, at the 31st Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair, January 28th and 29th and February 3rd, 4th and 5th at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. Join the colourful cast of characters on the streets of Hogtown where you'll find medieval merriment for the whole family. Cheer on royal knights as they joust for their lady's honour. Watch a living chess match or enjoy performances by gypsy dancers and magicians. Then wander through the marketplace where hundreds of artisans sell their medieval wares. Come one, come all to the Hogtown Medieval Fair.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
All right, 18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Beautiful looking Tuesday out there. We got some cool temperatures coming this later this week, but nothing to really worry about. So nothing, I'm sure nothing that'll affect your car, right?
No. Well, I'm leaving Thursday to go to Illinois.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you are. And they do have freezing temperatures, don't they, right
I
now?
guess they do.
Let me see. Let me see what it's doing right now. Maybe not. I haven't heard a whole lot from the Midwest yet lately. Let's see. Temperature in Illinois. Let me take a phone call and I'll look that up. Good morning. You're on there with Matt.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Say, Matt, I've got a chance to buy a car from a neighbor who knows somebody that has a car for sale, and it sounds like a pretty good deal. Can I bring that car into you and have that thing checked out bumper to bumper? You put it on a computer and look at the engine and everything else. And is there like a set price for doing that?
Yeah, what you need to do is bring it in, and what we'll do is we'll do the same service to that car that we do to our cars. So we'll check everything. We'll give you a rundown, lowdown, and it's $69.95.
Oh, okay, that sounds very reasonable. Yeah, about how long would you say something like that would take?
It takes usually about an hour and a half. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours because we really do a thorough job.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. I'll be coming by, and thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir.
You know what I have to do next month? Next month is my birthday, and my driver's license actually expires for the first time in decades. So I have to bring my birth certificate. I have to bring 2 forms of ID. I have to bring, oh my gosh, so much stuff. But the good news is it's only $48. I was thinking it was going to be expensive. And so I had to get my birth certificate, which I found, by the way, which is 62 years old. So I'm glad it was in reasonably good shape. Good. Hold on. Let me answer the phone the right way. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. I've seen 1 or 2 NASCAR races in my years. And it seems like the NASCAR people remove oil from the track. When they don't use Speedy Dry, they use Tide.
Tide, the laundry detergent.
Tide detergent, powdered detergent with water.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
That's how when I was growing up, working at the gas station.
Okie doke. Have a good morning, all.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Working at the gas station every night.
Just Tide, huh?
Tide.
Well, I wonder why they don't use it. Well, they must do something at Disney World. Those parking spaces look clean. Imagine every night they got to clean those spaces.
Well, we used to have to clean that. We used to have to clean out on the gas pumps in the shop every night. Tide.
So here's the Champaign, Illinois, where you're going, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right now it's 39 degrees.
Okay.
You're leaving Thursday?
Yeah.
Well, Thursday night it'll be 23 degrees.
Great.
Friday, the high is 28 degrees.
Wow.
Friday, the low is 21 degrees.
Wow.
Saturday it warms up a little bit. 33 is the high on Saturday.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Are you going to be there Sunday night?
I'm gonna be back in Florida Sunday night.
It'll be 19 degrees there Sunday night.
Wow. my wife has to. She's staying.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's staying.
Tell me you're not camping. There's no tent involved.
No. We'll be moving the boy into a house. So
there's a 20% chance of precipitation. It says. I wonder if that would mean snow. If it's 23 degrees, what else could it be?
I don't know. I mean, I'm used to it like being 22 degrees when I'm sleeping in the middle of the night. You know, and then we wake up and it might be cold a little bit.
Where?
Here, it'll get
22 degrees.
Well, that's I've seen it 22 degrees here.
Not very often.
No.
Maybe in your freezer. Phone line's open if you want to call in with a question to Matt. 622-9622, something making a noise. You want to describe it to Matt? He'll try to analyze your noise. It's doing this, Matt. What is that?
You just run over a duck.
Oh, that's good. He just ran over a duck. It could have been a barky frog, though.
It could have been.
Could have been a barky frog. Sounds just like a duck. I can remember when I first moved to Florida, there was a barking frog outside my window, and I thought there was a duck outside my window. I was only 17, see? And so I went out and said, where the heck is that duck? I couldn't find him anywhere. And then later on, I found out it was a frog.
It was a frog.
Yeah.
I've had people bring cars into the shop and say that I have this funny noise, and it was a kitten.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Actually in the engine?
No, it was
like in the dashboard?
Inside the fender of a car, and she couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, that's a kitten. And so we
did you ever see a TV show called Pimp My Drive or something like that?
Yeah.
Pimp My Ride?
Yeah.
On that show, they found, my gosh, this woman had roaches and rats and everything else living in her car.
I've worked on cars that have had rats and roaches living in their car.
Wow. So what do? Just spray them?
Well, I hate working on cars that are like that. I do.
I would too.
So you get like cans of brake clean and you have them all around you and you are ready to spray whatever comes out to try to get on you.
Where do they normally live? Where would a rat live in a car?
Oh, I had in this car.
And we say rat.
I'm talking rat. Bro, I got a picture on my phone.
You don't mean little mouse.
I'm talking rat.
Wow.
And this rat, this car stunk so bad because the guy that owned the car put poison poison inside the car.
He knew the rat was in there.
He knew the rat was in there because he could find where the rat's chewing on all his dash and stuff. So he puts poison in the car.
Was it a big car?
It was a Ford Edge. A Ford Edge.
I don't know what that big is.
It's about the size of your car.
So a rat could live in my car.
Oh yeah, and so he put the poison out, and about 3 days after he put the poison out, the rat had crawled somewhere and died. Okay, and it was oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Well, we took everything out of this man's car, everything, the whole interior, the carpet. We removed the entire dash. We cannot find this rat nowhere. And the smell was just awful. Well, come to find out, the only thing that we did not take out was the headliner. Well, that rat,
and
the
that's where
headliner,
it was?
that rat died between the roof of the car and the headliner.
There was no bump?
There was no bump. There was no. I have a scope, okay, and this scope is on. It's on like a 4-foot flexible tube,
right?
And it goes in, and it's a camera, and I can put it inside your engine, and I can look at the bearings, and I can look at certain things. Well, I put this thing, started poking it inside the headliner. I just started because there was nowhere else. I couldn't find nowhere else for this rat to be, and I knew it was inside the car because the smell was just atrocious. And sure enough, I put that thing up there, and I found this big old, and it magnifies everything. So I came and found a fur ball, and I'm like, "There's something right here, boys." So we took the headliner down, and that rat had a body on it. It had to have been 8 inches long.
Wow. That's nasty.
And he died up there. Now, what happened was that this guy owns a business next to a restaurant. And I think he parked too close to the dumpster where they throw the food away or whatever. And the rat got in there, and they hung out.
Do not park near a dumpster. That's the message here.
At a restaurant. Because it was...
oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and the other thing was he contacted his insurance company, and the insurance paid the bill to have it
really
fixed. Yeah, he put it on his insurance.
You know how come? Because when he paid for the insurance, they said you signed rat here, and that took care of it.
So if that was a kitten or a cat or a squirrel, they wouldn't do that.
No.
But I have found snakes in people's cars.
Live?
Well. They were alive when they went in there, but they
can't came out. Oh my gosh!
We found groceries that people have forgotten.
What? What?
Yeah, people come in and have a smell, and it's like this steak that was,
How could they forget groceries?
I don't know. You'd be surprised what you can find in somebody's car. It's just amazing.
You should write a book.
No, I don't want to write a book. I just tell the story. It's so much easier.
An audiobook, then.
An audiobook. I could do that.
You just did a chapter right now. If you have a rat in your car or an ugly smell in your car, how long would it take for that rat smell to go away?
Once we got the rat out, it didn't take long at all.
Were you telling me, or was this another interview we did, that you could use ozone to get the smell out of a car?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've done this?
Yes. Actually, we used to have an air freshener for cars.
Yeah.
That the sheriff's department has one, and because to be honest with you, they'll arrest somebody who maybe drank too much the night before, get sick in the police cars. And and the canine guys, they have dogs in there and stuff. Yeah. So they have air cleaner, air purification systems to put in the police cars.
Right.
And I've actually borrowed it from them a couple times, but then I went and got my own. But it actually produces ozone, which is also chlorine. So you start the car up and turn it on maximum air, because when you have it on max air, you're recirculating the air inside the car. So you turn it on, crank it up, put on max air, and then let that machine just go in there and run. And within a couple hours, it'll kill the odors.
Well, if you have a smelly car or a car that's not working, I would say take it to Matt. He'll know what to do with it. Sunrise Automotive is the name of the garage, and they are at 1800 Northwest 10th Street. I'm trying to get your music to play at the same time. And give them a phone call at, what's your number, Matt?
My phone number is 352-690-1993.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. That was always fun.
Thank you, Larry.
We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
We'll treat you right. We'll treat you right.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Fox News confirms that FBI Director James Comey has been asked to stay on in his position. Meanwhile, some